Good morning, it's Barbara. Look, my irises are almost done. Almost done. We planted the plants. They're a little leany over. I tied them up with string against the lamppost. I'm gonna have to. I was trying to be really quick. So I'll have to do something about that. This sage is not doing well. And this thing, I don't know what it is, but the flowers died kind of right away. I'm going to come out here and pick all those dead things off. And even if it doesn't bloom again, it's such an interesting texture and color that it'll be fine. So keep your fingers crossed with these plants. And then I think they called this Spanish lavender. Can you read that? Yep, Spanish lavender. So then I have my phlox over there. I'm hoping they'll bloom again. I got a little weeding to do. You can see some weeds in here, but not too bad. And this is my Stelladora lily. It'll soon be blooming. I'm very excited. We do have coneflowers coming up. We'll see. So this is my front garden. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but it's planted. And I do wish I hadn't been such a lazy bum yesterday and given you a tour of this and how it looked, because it looks so much better. I cleaned the table off and I bought a new umbrella. So here's the deck in its glory. This part needs some work and it needs to be swept. I still have couple of things to plant. I'm going to plant that fuchsia. This fuchsia is going in this pot, and this is not planted in this pot. It's just sitting in it. So I have a little work to do, but as I said, I redid this so that the water drains out, so maybe these will do okay. And let's see how Denny's peppers are doing. I moved his peppers into the sun. These little tiny peppers. So I thought they would do better, actually, with sunshine. There's some weeds I'm growing. But anyway, so the deck looks better. I'm going to sweep it today and maybe plant those last of these impatiens that are sitting on that chair. We shall see. Good morning. It's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. This is my first cup, but not my first sip. So, oh my gosh, we were so busy. I was so busy yesterday. Thanks to Vicky. She, I was in the middle, between dealing with the strawberries and getting ready to cook and then cooking and, in between, she's like, are we going to plant those plants? That's the thing about procrastinating, you put things off for weeks and then it takes you 10 minutes. It took us more than 10 minutes, but 15. I mean, really ridiculous. So that felt good to get that done. It was one of those things that was weighing on me because, you can only put it off so long and then they die. So I like my new umbrella. I got it at the grocery store. But I like it. I got to cut the tags off of it. Dennis has figured out what he wants to do to secure the hanging hook for my hanging plant. So he's going to do that today. So I'll be able to hang that plant. These Gerber daisies, I think they're kind of a no-go. I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to put them on the railing and keep watering them and see what they do. But those plant holders are going to get something else. The big one is going to get the fuchsia that's on the table. It's going to go in the corner. That's mostly shady because I'm pretty sure It's supposed to be in the shade. Light spot on terrace balcony, but no direct sunlight. Yeah, I don't know about that. Don't let it dry out. Water amply. Do not consume. Apparently, it's not an edible flower. In case you were wondering. All right. Another beautiful day. I think it's going to be a little cooler today. So yesterday, I did go and buy a flat of strawberries, and Vicky and Aura hulled the strawberries for me, and I put the vast majority of them into 5, 8 or 9 liters of gin. I have 3 gallon jugs and 6 quarts. I need to put more strawberries in the gallons. And the only thing that was left over was strawberries for us to eat for dessert, and then we don't have any left. So I think I'm going to go buy another flat, because I wanted Dennis to make, he boils it down and makes like a strawberry jam that's delicious that we put on top of cheesecake or fluff or on scones. He's talking about making scones today because he made clotted cream last week. So anyway, I think I'm going to buy another flat of strawberries and hull them myself, or it will help me, and add more strawberries to my gallons, and have some strawberries just to eat, because it's strawberry season and you want to eat fresh strawberries, and one day's dessert is not enough. Although I was a tiny bit disappointed. They were good, but they weren't as good as they should have been, considering they were fresh picked on the farm during high season for strawberries. So that was a little disappointing. But they were good, and it's what we have available. And they'll be plenty good enough for the strawberry sauce that Dennis makes. So I still have strawberry vodka left from last year, so I don't know that I'll do any vodka, but if I'm doing a whole flat, I'll be able to do some vodka too if I want. I have to think about that. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cool. I think it's probably only 60 degrees out here. The breeze is cool, but I'm in the sun. When I'm not in the sun, it's a little too much. I would have put my Corian on, except I wore it upstairs the other day by accident, and so it's upstairs. I got a call the first thing this morning from Fran, who is in charge of the memory unit at Harmony. She's a very nice lady. I told you I wrote her an email. I had left her a voicemail. I probably told you this too. Voice message saying, I hope I don't become your worst nightmare, but I just want to let you know I'm writing you an email with lots of things I've thought about. And none of them were bad. They were just information that, I felt like they should know about my mother. But anyway, she had apparently called yesterday while I was talking to my dad to return my phone call, and because of our system, the way it works, Dennis he gets the voicemails on his computer, and he wasn't on his computer all day, so I didn't find out she called me back until 10 last night. Anyway, she called this morning bright and early, too early, except that I was up. I wouldn't typically be up at 8:15, but I was. So that worked out fine, but it felt early to me, but I was happy to talk to her, and I appreciated that she called me back. So we had a nice conversation. Her take from her staff is that Mama's doing pretty good, and that's Daddy's take. He told me that they were playing, I told you this yesterday, I think, they were playing dominoes with another couple. So Every time he sees her, she's smiling. So he's feeling good, pretty good about it when we weren't sure how we were going to feel. So I'm going to take my cue from him. I did ask her advice and say that I was planning to come and stay overnight in the area somewhere on Sunday night, and wanted to know her advice if I, because I was sleeping in my mother's room during her transition when she first got there, and then, 3 nights in a row before I left. And I thought maybe now that she's in a routine by herself that it would be disruptive for me to be in her room. And she agreed that probably, not disturb things. So I'll stay with my brother, or I'll move the bed up into my dad's apartment, or, whatever. I'm not sure where I'll sleep, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to sleep in Mama's room. I don't want to disturb her routine, sort of disrupt her comfort with what they're doing now. So anyway, so I was so busy yesterday. So I also cooked dinner. I made my version of chili paneer, which is really matar paneer with peppers, and we were going to have cauliflower with it. Dennis says, oh, I can make mashed cauliflower. I says, oh, Indian cooking often uses cauliflower. I'm just make it a 1-dish meal and put the cauliflower in with everything else. And it was delicious. It was delicious, a 1-dish meal, and it turned out really good. But that meant, I was running around shopping. I was preparing, chopping things. I was planting plants. I was making gin. I made dinner. I felt really busy yesterday, I have to say. I felt really busy. And I did the dishes. Which I had to do because I was cooking. Yeah, so I felt like a really busy day. And again, I'm really grateful to Vicky for helping get me off my butt and plant those plants. They look good. Yeah, so anyway. Today, I think I am going to get another flat of strawberries and keep going with the strawberry project, because the, strawberry time is not very long, and I want to take advantage of it while I can. So I want to have the gin in the basement perking, and I want Dennis to make sauce so we have it in the freezer for whenever. And so I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to otherwise be out of the house. Yeah, I'm going to maybe sweep the deck or replant the plants. So I still put her on the deck, but it looks really good. I like my new umbrella. And I cleaned off that table, that poor table. And I'm feeling good about it, but it needs to be swept, and I do need to do something with the few impatiens left in this flat. I'm pretty sure I'm going to plant them on the ground in front of the shed. It's very shady there, and they'll do fine. And there are already a stilby there, but there's room for some impatiens, I'm sure. Yeah. Take it a little easier today. Yesterday I was just really busy. I felt tired. My back ached while I was standing, chopping, getting ready to cook. Vicky's cooking tonight. She's making some kind of a shrimp dish. That'll be good. And Kim is coming and staying over tonight. They have a date with Aura's cousins tomorrow, and her brother's going to be there. It's going to be a whole big event. So Kim came, and Kim's the chauffeur for that event, and so she's staying overnight and hang with us for a while, and then they're off tomorrow to spend the day with the cousins and uncle and such. And that'll be nice. Dennis has his D&D, both of them this week, so he'll be in his room tonight in the evening yelling into his computer, and then tomorrow he'll be gone. So last night was his night to hang. And he would typically have something on Saturday. I'm like, no. I'm like, I really would appreciate it if you canceled your Saturday. because it seemed like 3 nights in a row. You know, I'm like, no, not when Vicky's here. So. So he's not doing his Saturday thing. I'm like, okay, good. But it's going to be another gorgeous day on the deck. I think not quite as warm as yesterday. So maybe I should be wearing long sleeves. But and soon I'm going to have Dennis grab my summer sweaters off the top shelf, and I'm going to package up my winter sweaters, and I think it's time. Time for you to be seeing me in my summer sweaters. That's my plan. All right. Ramble. So I'm feeling good about the parents. Yeah. I'm hoping for a dissipation of the anxiety, because I have been very anxious, as I'm sure is obvious. And so I'm deep cleansing breaths, play with my flowers, sit and look at my plants, hang on my deck, which is my happy place in the summer, and keep my fingers crossed. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.